All right, day 3 of new player guide. Me all set up. And we'll get going. Oops. Mess that up. Hold on. Put this again. What's up, Kyle? There we go. Okay. We're done. But hey, Angels, what's up, Valia? Tuba, Angra, Exanov, welcome out everybody. So, today is day 3 for the new player guide. Let me click that. Alright, but Angra, first gifted sub of the month. Thank you, Angra. And bump that up. Start the month with the gifted. Thank you, thank you. Alright. So technically, this month starts 2024 for me. So this is December for like content creators. It's basically the new month for all people, work-wise. So day 3, you get your free new player check-in attack set. Really big deal. So day 3 is when everything starts to change a little bit on your account. So then we get our Potion of Ascension on day 3 too. Those two things are about to make a huge difference on our account. So we're going to start with our daily summons and all of that. So let's go ahead and claim all of our goodies. I was watching day 2 stream on this pot. Well, now we're on day 3. Get our stamina, and there's our attack set. So now we have the attack set, and it's going to make a big difference. So now we're going to go through this. Okay, I guess this is worth buying. I've never seen regular bookmarks in Hoochie. This is technically worth buying, is it? Not really. It's like, I guess it's value. I'm not going to buy it though, because Hoochie might not be here for other players. But on your regular account, or I mean, you could buy it if you want. But Grafik, welcome out. Dion, what's up? But Angra, again, thank you for being the first gifted sub of the year, or first gifted sub of the month, I guess is the way to put it. ADR, follow your guide to manage like Aiden. What's next? Just build Banshee or focus push your best? It's up to you what you want to do. If you are to a point where you want to start getting Banshee stuff, then you can do that. But yo, what's up, Apostles? So, but Grafik with 3 gifted subs too. All right, we already almost hit our goal immediately. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna aim for as many Twitch Prime subs as possible this month. I want to try to hit 500 subs to end the year off for the month, because it's like a special month. At the end of the month, subs are discounted for like gifted subs, and I think all month subs are discounted, right? Are subs discounted right now? Can anyone on Twitch tell me? Okay, so we have 1 Breath of Orbis. I'm just going to put it into here. Grafik, thank you. But that's up to you on what you want to start focusing first at that point. It doesn't really matter. If you want some Banshee gear for certain characters, you can start doing Banshee. Or you can start doing more Abyss, just whichever you think is going to do more for you there. Okay, so let's start with our summons. What are we going to talk about this stream? I have an American Eagle sponsor at the end of stream. So, American Eagle. Alright, we're going to do... We have a ton of free summons. I know not everyone's going to have this many free summons, but like I said, if I get any ML5s or anything crazy, I'm just not going to use them. Already a 5-star. 5-star hero. Knight. Yoha. Prow. Oh, actually. I mean, there's a Wyvern front tank. I guess I'll use him as my Wyvern front tank. Use him as Wyvern front tank. Let's see if we get a Mui in here too. If we get a Mui, that'd be cool. That's not Mui. What's the plan for the day? Just pushing story. We're going to be pushing story while accomplishing hunt challenge things at the side. We want to try to get the Wyvern hunt challenge pretty much finished up, except, or we won't clear higher Wyvern yet, but we're getting our team ready for higher Wyvern. So day 5 is when we clear Wyvern 13 for the first time and have our Wyvern team basically set up. 2 5 stars? Uh-oh, wait, this is a little too lucky. Hold on, it's an artifact. All right, I mean, this is a really good artifact, so for a new account. A 3-hour stream today, we'll see. It might be longer. It's a new month, so, but I need to make YouTube videos. I need to upload YouTube videos today. So I have to do some finishing touches on the first new player guide. I got a couple things I gotta do. Actually, I'm gonna do 10 more singles, because singles are popping right now. Z or C-list for Moonlight Headhunt. C-list is probably overall better, but they're about the same. Either of those two you take, you're gonna do well with. There's like a list of like 7 characters that any of them you take, they're basically the same value on your account right now. They're all really good. You cleared episode 21010, supposed to change Raz. Dang, you've been grinding, Thinus. Let's go. Just farming while watching my favorite streamer. Well, thank you. But yeah, for the plan today, we'll go over it all. But it's going to mainly be like finishing hunt challenge stuff and then clearing a little story. We're just going to be chilling, talking. Hopefully Zero or Bryceria, they're the same. Whichever you think's going to do more for you. I think Zio is slightly better, but... Ooh, Yuner Young? Isn't she good for Nightmare Hell mode? Labyrinth? The Crow is pretty big, though. I don't know if I want to use Crow, though, for the new player guide, because a lot of people are going to see that and be like, well, he has Crow. But I feel like I should use the best thing on my account I can for it. And the thing is, Crow I can use in PvP, too. So by day 3, you'll have a little overflow of like the duplicate characters and stuff. So I am going to like clean up my inventory today too. So day 3, we're going to go over like artifacts to keep, how to deal with duplicate characters and things like that. But yo, what's up, Maverick? Any notable characters you're saying? I got Blue Crow. Maybe in showcase both, yeah. Well, the bad thing is showcasing both is I can only grace the growth one character, so I'm gonna have to use a different account to showcase like other Wyvern printings. The Wyvern video is gonna be much different this time, just because I'm gonna show like a bunch of different ways to do stuff. I want to show how to do it without Mui on this one though, so we're gonna do this one with Alexa. I want to show how to do it without Mui, because a lot of people ran into that problem. If you have Mui, it's easy mode, but. Alright, so now whenever you have duplicate characters, this is what you do with duplicate characters, and I'll go over artifacts too. Can someone in chat link their LHC? Yeah, can anyone in Twitch chat link LHC? So whenever you have a bunch of duplicate characters, you just go here and then sort by name. Once you sort by name, the characters with the same name will be right next to each other. So you want to lock one of each character, and then you want to memory imprint the other copies into the character you locked. You want to get as many triple S characters as possible because you get bookmarks for getting them to triple S on their imprint here. So imprints are just extra stats too, so any of you guys that are curious what imprints are. So I'm gonna level up to level 1 because it's luckier. Was watching Deity VODs from last 2 days and I couldn't find links to her. I can tell you my stat line. I'm 180 speed, 260 crit damage, 2600 defense, 12,000 HP. Alright, we'll lock Amiki, we'll lock Azalea, lock Batiste, lock Butcher Corpse. This will take a second. You just finished doing 55 pet summons and got 4 S ranks. Should I level them instead of going for the 3 A rank pets like you showed? It depends on their skills. A lot of S rank pet skills you do not want. So the skills you want are AP and you want the AP up and you want the extra catalyst drop up for your adventure pet. For your lobby pet, you want EXP Great Enhance, Good Enhance, and the just general equipment Enhance EXP. You want that one. And then for your hunt, you want the Charm Drop, extra Gear Drop, and then you want the Charm Drop, extra Gear Drop. I can't remember the third one for Wyvern, but it depends on which skills they have. Some S-rank pets, the skills just aren't very useful, so you just ignore those ones. What's the minimum speed for Arena Cleave Ran? That's the thing with this game. There is no minimum speeds. You need to build it as fast as possible, and there is no safe speed you can go to. So an actual Ran is going to be 300 plus. If you do anything below 300, you're going to end up fighting someone here and there that is going to be faster. So there's, like, you could maybe get away with 280. 280 could be kind of consistent, but there's no minimum speed. I have an account that's in like gold arena right now, and I have 300 speed characters. So you just never really know. Like on average, yes, 280 will probably get you up to challenger. Once you're to challenger, 4,000 points, it's a disaster. You never know what you're going to be fighting. That's why when there's speed characters, I tell people to ignore that they have them until they can build them 280. All right. I did a little bit of this yesterday, it looks like. When you Grace of Growth a character that has a specialty change, does that auto specialty change them? I've never done it. That is one thing I'm curious of. So if I specially use my thing on Momo, yo Tajik, what are you doing on YouTube? If I built Tamarin, do I build Rowan as well? No, they serve completely different purposes. But you don't need to build Rowana until you see a place where you could use her. Okay, there's everybody. Now we'll go to Hero Transmission. Where's the button? Oh, I see the Select 2-star button now. Thank you. I've never clicked that button before. I don't remember that being there. All right. How's day 3? Got any pug pools? We got Blue Crow. So with Blue Crow, I'll let you guys decide right now. For my Wyvern team, should I use Blue Crow for it or not? Should I just do the general Wyvern team, or should I throw Blue Crow on there? I think we'll just do the I don't know. I think it'd be better to show the general Wyvern team because, I mean, people aren't going to have Blue Crow. I'm just going to Grace of Growth the front tank, and because we're going to build Blue Crow anyway. So I'll switch Blue Crow later, but I feel like if we're using Grace of Growth, let's just do Angelica there. Do general? I don't have general Purgus. What do you mean do general? I don't have general Purgus. Oh, do general. General for a guide. Oh, I thought you guys were telling me to do general Purgus. I was like, what are you talking about? So I think for general though, I'm not going to suggest Momo. We're just going to Grace of Growth our Angelica. Let's just do this because she has higher base stats, right? Easier to do. Let's just do this. This will be our Wyvern team. And then if you have Mui, you replace it for this. You can use Terranar Guard over Furious if you want to at first, because then you put less Molagor into him. I'll give a bunch of options, but I'm going to do this team, and this way it just covers everything. But I'm just going to give a list of like 7 options for your front tank. Momo's great for Abyss Labno with her S2 cleanse. She is okay later if you want to do her. But she's a lot of work for an early player. If you were going to do her runes, she's a lot of work. So wait, I asked that question earlier, but I don't know if I got an answer. If I were to put Momo into my Grace of Growth, does it give you the full tree? People will quote and they say Awakening Rune tree grind. Exactly. That is one thing in the guide I need to avoid, is showing the specialty change within the first couple days. We'll get to specialty change within like day 5 once you're already into the game. Healer front tank. I know we're doing healer front tank just to show that if that's all you have, it's fine. It will work. I don't want people not getting to this part because they don't have Crozet. That was one of the issues with the last guide. If they didn't have a tank, they shouldn't do Wyvern. Accessible on instead of Alexa. I mean, you can, but I'm not doing that. Mui's way better. Bologna's not even very good for Wyvern. Mui is way better than Bologna. It just levels them. Okay, so yeah, we're not touching Momo until later if we're ever going to use Momo. Okay, got it. Maybe a stupid question would be better, or would you say an ideal adventure team for episode 4 and beyond? I heard it gets really difficult. We just use the same team through all of that. Use this team here, and then you trade for your Spirit Tier out for Shu later. But this team right here, well, Destina, you switch out for Tamarin. So we are currently summoning on Tamarin, but you switch that out. So, speaking of Tamarin, let's do a couple summons on her. We have 3. But yeah, that's the team you do. So from beginning of the game, this is the first story summon to do. Once you get Tamarin, then you just switch them and you're good to go. You'll be able to clear all of Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 just with those characters, basically. No SC when they're in growth. Yeah. Okay, so we're definitely not messing with Momo. We're just gonna I don't even know if I'll suggest Momo in the guide. I'll say you can use her, but we get Angelica for free, so I'll say Momo's an option if you want to do her. But if anything, I'm gonna tell people if you want to do her, work on her later when there's a double rune buff. All right, let me open the guild. I think I forgot to open the guild yesterday. I'll be honest. Let's donate. And then let's make sure that we have EXP buff going. That's the important one. Ooh, we get another summon because of our guild though. We get a fire summon. Nice. Okay. Do this real quick. Okay, so day 3, there's a ton of stuff I need to cover as to like what you should be doing daily. So going into this, what is our first mission we do? There's a free 2-hour rune buff somewhere. The problem is that 2-hour rune buff is your characters all suck at the beginning. And if you pop it too early, in 2 hours, especially newer players, you're not going to get a lot done. So I don't think that 2-hour rune buff. I think the first character you should worry about specially changing is a Raz. Because the first specially changed character you get 300 middle grade runes of that character's element. So by starting with a Raz as your first specially changed character, you get 300 runes and he's already half finished, meaning that you can get his defense break on his thing right away, which is big. All right, so we need to clear story. So what we're going to be doing is putting that free attack set that we just got on Spectre Tenebra for now. It's going to end up getting moved to Sigret or one of the Wyvern characters when we clear Wyvern for the first time, but that won't be for a few days. So we're just going to do 5-piece set on her. And since we didn't get Tamarin, we're going to go ahead and put that free HP set on Destina. So let me go ahead and grab the free HP set, and that goes on Destina. We'll do a little leveling of this gear. Our goal today is to try to get this gear leveled up to be able to start and our Wyvern characters so we get it. Did you roll the counter gear yet? The counter gear on my main account rolled garbage. It all was garbage, as expected. All of it's bad. Every single one rolled infectedness at least once. But yeah, it rolled really bad. All right, we're gonna do Water's Origin on her now. Water's Origin, one of the best you can do for that. So her best things to level up are this. Let's just level it up +3. Yeah, A-Raz is #1 priority, first SC, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. If for your first SC, you want to do Raz for just overall progression and clearing. A counter set was pre-rolled, man. Every piece 25 effectiveness. Most of the pieces only rolled in effectiveness one time. That's rolling really good. All right, let's do the boots to +6. We don't really care about her bulk. We care about Stene getting damage more than anything. So let's go to Stene now. Get that to +6. Actually, we can upgrade this past. Do that +9. Okay, it's wanting to go speed. 2 max speed rolls. We'll do the chest to +6. I was dumb and picked Ruel. Yeah. I don't see her being good until they buff her for a 17th time, sadly. I got Brig from random 5-star. Should I use it for Wyvern? Yes, if you have Brig, Brig is #1 priority. You're going to use Brig as your front adventure character. You're going to use Brig as your front expedition character. You're going to use Brig for all, like everything. So Brig is insane. Hello? Oh, I thought we were gonna get a 20 speeder to start the account. That would have been so funny. Okay. That's really nice, actually. Does it work to put cigarette in PvE? You can, yeah. Ooh, these pieces are kind of popping. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Okay, so our Destina, her right side gear, this is more important to upgrade than damage a lot of the time because we need our front tank for Wyvern to be pretty juiced. This account banger. Yeah, the effectiveness on my Destina, huge. We love that. Okay, so right now, I think everybody's in a pretty good spot. So let's go start clearing some stuff. What do we have in our event? Wait, what's Araz have on? Araz is, I guess we switch him to the little bit higher HP set. Now, well, we can leave that on. Yeah, let's switch Raz to this. Just keep slightly upgrading. But Raz, I mean, he's just gonna die every time, it's fine. Okay, so now we are going to go back in here. We want to check our ongoing events. So we have the headhunt. We'll just throw some points into this while we're thinking about it. Yo, what's up, Zaki? Hello, I went Tam with Selective, currently day 6. Did I ruin my account by pulling 100x bookmarks on group summon and got Cerise, got a No, if you got all that stuff, no, you're golden. Now just don't summon anymore. Don't summon anymore. Just, that's it. I'm new following the guide and I'm on Golem. My Mercedes keeps dying at fast, which make me lose. I'm stuck on Golem 12. Is your gear all the way upgraded? If your characters look like my characters look like in those guide series videos, you should be beating it. And I think I show myself beating it, like step by step. So if your characters don't look the same, they need to look the same. Go and look at what mine look like, and it's all using free gear, so yours should look very, very similar. Well, LD player can run smooth on a semi. Yes, it can. Well, I don't know. LD player might not run. It depends on your laptop. There's a chance it'll run good. There's a chance it won't run good. So, you showed losing. Did I show losing it? I beat it right after. Did I show losing it? Maybe I did. I might, because there was one that I showed losing it, but I showed you the strategy behind it. And you will beat it once you get the RNG. Because I beat it with that exact same team right after doing the exact same thing in the video. Okay, so we need to awaken one more hero for that. No! Oh, it went to my mailbox. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so our hunt challenge stuff. Get some of that. All right, so our hunt challenge stuff, we just stopped there. Okay, so the next thing was clear adventure. So let's go into here and let's just get a little bit further. Actually, we might be able to fully clear. Before we start that, let's go try to fully clear Unrecorded history. I think we're super close. Yeah, we're on stage 29. Alright. So let's just do this. Alright, now let me catch up on questions. Sorry, I was having to click a bunch of stuff, so I fell behind in chat. Alright, Golem 12 is harder than Golem 13 for me because the counterattack is just RNG. Golem... Wait. The counterattack on Golem's RNG? It's every 4 times you hit him, isn't it? He counters. I'm stuck at getting high rank in Hall of Trials. It sucks. Stuck at getting a higher rank. Do you have to get a higher rank in Hall of Trials? I think they changed something where you have to get a higher rank for something now. We'll go over that because I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the last guide I did. They had to get a certain rank in that. The Path Rune buff is one of the ones that gets consumed. Okay. Doing another player guide. Yep, we've been working on it. This is our 3rd day. I'm streaming all of the progress on it too, so people can go look at everything that I do. This way, they have long videos to play along with if they like. So. But I'm making edited down versions too, quick versions. So it's 5 on 13. Oh, it's 5 on 13. Okay. Yeah, you got A rank, or you have to get A rank to finish the Wyvern Hunt Challenge. Wait, do you? You have to get A rank in Hall of Trials to finish Wyvern Hunt Challenge. Seriously? The music's so good. I know. It's been. I love chilling to it. Like this is the best music for streaming. This. What changed over the last new player guide? There's like minor changes, nothing big. Like I'm suggesting a few extra characters that you can choose from. It's all really like minor stuff. Oh, I can't hear the music. What's playing? The Nikki soundtrack? What do you mean you can't hear the music? Open your ears. Beating Bellion is supposed to be as simple as running 4 healers and Archy spam? Yes. I don't do that. I run like 2 healers. But hey, what's up, Rick? How you doing? Still playing Destina this run? Yeah, there's no better character than Destina from Selective Summon. There just isn't. Destina's by far the best character you can get. If you don't take Destina, you're just gonna hinder your getting into PvP, both Arena, Guild Wars, and RTA. Is you do not need Asaria. Don't say that E7 Discord will come for you. Getting Asaria is nice. She's a great character, but not taking Destina, you're not gonna be able to achieve as much. You can do all this stuff without her in PvE, but in PvP you can't do all the stuff you can with Destina in PvP with other free characters. There is no other revivers. This game has Ruel, Destina, Maid Chloe. That's the only revivers in the game. So she covers a thing that nothing else can. Whereas Asaria, you can just use Falconer Clary for the strip and defense break. And Apoc Ravi, yeah, but Apoc Ravi's only reviving 1. Ruel's only reviving 1. Whereas Destina's an AoE revive, which is insane. So, and Apoc Ravi's revive is random, which also sucks. And having Apoc Ravi as a ML 5-star, which they're all ML 5-stars. Are there still no non-5-stars? Which side do you use Epic Crafts on? I do Epic Crafts on left side. I always, even on my main account, I do Epic Crafts on left side because you have a higher % chance of it being a good piece. I do equipment conversions on right side, Epic Crafts left side. Ruel ain't that good, sadly. Yeah, Ruel should be what Destina is. Doesn't ML Acadius revive? Oh, maybe she does. She revives 1. There's very few. But yeah, blue boxes and equipment conversion, right side. Left side, Epic Crafts. Because you'd rather get more usable pieces from your Epic Crafts. Now, if you have a bajillion Epic Crafts, then yeah, you can Epic Crafts on right side. But overall, Epic Crafting left side is so much more value. Like, most of my crafting, so generally, when you craft right side mainly, and then turn it into conversion stones until you're out of conversion stones or materials, whatever. Until you're out of blue boxes and out of those things, then you can craft on left side. But crafting right side, you craft right side to be able to use all your stones that you have, and then you craft left side once you're out of stones, and then use all your epic crafts on left side gear. And just by using epic crafts on left side gear, you're getting more gear from just the epic crafts than you would have from crafting regularly. You forgot Ruel Sing Revive? I said Ruel. She was like the second one I said. Ruel is good on floor 99 of Abyss, but that's what I mean. She's beating my ass out. She is annoying thing. You lost me with that? Okay, well I tried my best. I mean, technically and lore-wise, it makes sense for Destina to be more powerful because she's a spirit lord, but in the same logic, Destina should have... Well, yeah. Lore-wise, it makes sense, but in terms of game balance and, like, everything, it doesn't make sense. ML5s are supposed to be the stronger PvP-oriented characters. So why is Destina a PvP god as a grass character? Wait, I was about the Hollow Chalice. It's a new adventure thingy? Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think you have to do it for Hunt. So it's in the, like the daily adventure thing. Getting 5-star on that, I guess, is kind of RNG as to which one is what the things for it are. Hitori, I got Destina on pre-registration rewards, and I got Asaria on the Covenant summons. Who do I choose in Selective Summon now? Who would you get in Selective Summon? If you have both Destina and Asaria, who do you get from Selective Summon? Charlotte? I don't even know what else is in there. Green Vildred is who I want with. Green Vildred, I mean, as a new player, you're never going to use them, but Charlotte could be okay. Fire Ravi, probably. I would say Fire Ravi might be the best. But she's going to get buffed soon. I'm pretty sure Fire Ravi is going to be one of the new buffs. Tywin's in there, I guess. I don't know. Use them entire way through my playthrough. But you get free Spiriteria at plus 15 now. Free Spiriteria at plus 15 for free. Why would you ever put anything in Vildred? Besides for Banshee. I don't know. I'd have to see the list of selective summon characters. It doesn't really matter who you pick. You can get Sigret for a imprint if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't do that. I'd get another character. Or you could get an artifact. Actually, you could get like Elber's Ritual Sword. You might want to just get an artifact at that point. What are the best artifacts? How do I get good gear for other sets like Penter Immunity? You'll get those just later. A lot of those you'll get from just doing World Boss. They'll drop. And then you will set up teams to farm that a little bit, but a lot of that gear will end up coming from when you get to Rift, and because you don't need pen or immunity that much when you're an early game player. So by the time you end up wanting to get a lot of that, once you make your first Rift team after playing for 4 to 6 months, then you'll put those 2 gear sets in there and you'll get a bunch. But you don't really need pen or immunity as a new player. You'll get a pen set or a few from certain things, and you'll get certain immunity pieces from Labyrinth, and you can buy a couple from Arena Point Quest Shop. I'm guaranteed an ML5. I'm sure after this shit I get an RTA. Show me justice. Get Tywin for Wyvern from Tank. You could get Tywin for Wyvern from Tank, and people are trying to use Tywin in RTA right now. They're trying. I saw a couple people seeing that they could make them work. CP is quite misleading. Yeah, CP is a fake stat. Aid Pro. How do I get good gear for other sets? You're not a new player. What rank are you? Or like, have you cleared all story? You have Aiden. You have all that. You're not a new player. My suggestion for everybody is just wait for getting Pen and all those other sets. Wait until you start farming Rift. But I wouldn't build a Rift team right now because the Rift is about to change. Not about to change. We have like 2 months left probably, but I would wait until next Rift, and if you're in a good spot on your account right now, then build for next Rift. How'd you get the health set for Destino? I'll show after this. It's the hunt challenges. So by going into hunt challenges, it's at the end of the day 2, like live stream is when I did it. I'm level 65, so I'm not super experienced. Okay, you're still a new player. You're a new player until you're rank 70. There is no arguing that. You are a new player until you're rank 70. You can reach rank 70 in like 25 days of not playing too much. If you're rank 65, you're a new player. New player is like anyone who's been playing less than a month, sometimes less than 2 months, depending on how much you play per day. This game is just a playtime thing. The more time you play, the more stamina you consume. But if you're only ranked 65, that means you could not have farmed or have very much stuff. What do I do after 0? Currently farming to get Aiden. That's where you start getting into RTA, figuring out what teams to build for RTA. So you're on like day 20 something on my last guide series. And from there, you start setting up your Expedition level 3 teams. You start setting up your Labyrinth teams. New players need to stock up on a ton of Reforged match before you even think about Rift anyways. Yeah. I think if you try to do Rift before 6 months, there's no point. Like, you are kind of hurting your account overall. Like, you could have some really good gear from Rift, but as an experienced player, it might be better. Dude, Rift is not possible for new players. Yes, it is. On my last account, I two-shot Rift. On the last new player guide, I'm already two-shotting Rift, and that account was 45 days old at the time that I set it up. New players can do it, but it's a huge stamina sink, and I saw it. The amount of stamina it takes to get into it just isn't worth it. Now getting the other gear sets was nice, but it was just too much. What to expect for next Rift? Yeah, it'll be a change of element. I got ML Flan, but can't use it because I'm new. That's normal. A lot of the characters you get as a new player, you need to just ignore you have them. I know they look cool. You will get to use them eventually, but trying to force using certain characters that are not usable for new players will destroy your progression. I disagree with that. I would consider myself a new player even though I'm ranked 70, even though I have 3 hunts. Yeah, I would say, but my account is like 5 years old. With that, I would consider myself a new player, even though I'm ranked 70, even though I have 3 hunts, 13. I've come back and forth in the game, maybe 2 months max if I actually daily playing, but my account's like 5 years old. You're still a new player in terms of experience, for sure, at that point. What to gain in Rift? Rift is just gear. Rift is just the best way to farm gear. But you only farm gear from it. Gear and like slight reforged mats. So Should I build up BBK and replace Tierra in the story clearing team? I wouldn't. The thing is, Tierra is already plus 15. Like, she is free max damage. Actually, I just realized I was not manualing this. Belly and down, congrats. What artifact is worth on the selective summon? Elber's Ritual Sword. I'm trying to think what all would be okay. What all artifacts are good from the beginning? I don't, like, there's RNL, or Rihanna and Lucille. You have Elber's Ritual Sword. I think that's just your best bet, because you're going to want Elbrus's. Oh, Sigurd Scythe is in there. Sigurd Scythe could be really good. I would say either Elbrus or Sigurd Scythe. Those are your two best. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd suggest to get a artifact or just take like Tywin or another character. That's a really hard decision. Guiding Light if you're mid game. Guiding Light is not in selective summon. What do you mean? We're talking about beginning selective summon where you normally get Dustina. Holy Sack? Getting one copy of Holy Sack is not good. Like, you need to get them. Yeah, Holy Sack is terrible for new players. Is Song of Stars in the new? Song of Stars wouldn't be bad. Try to get some Tag Hells. Well, yeah, you'd get Tag Hells mixed with some kind of 5-star if you can. This is a new account? Yes. I am making a new 24/24 new player guide. So that is what we're working on right now. We're on day 3. I'm streaming all of it so that way people have like every resource they could possibly need. I'm going to have guides on how to beat every boss. I'm going to be beating every boss on stream. Like, this new player guide, there should be no excuses. Everyone should have everything they need. If they get stuck, they have anything. Can we see your gears? Yeah. Is ML Landy good in PvE? I'm building my PvE team. Yes, ML Landy is good in everything. ML Landy is very, very strong in everything. Including chapter 5, are you stopping at Zeo? We'll see. We'll see on if I keep doing it or not. Just it's going to depend on what people want. If you guys are down to keep chilling and doing this, then if the Twitch Prime sub count looks good, then yeah, I'll keep doing it. I got LQC, but her rating's bad. Just ignore her. Yeah, just ignore her for now. She is a decent character, but she is like she is a harder character to use. But the new guide is just a cleaned up version of the old one, and so we have an updated one with the new UI. All right, so that's one thing we finished. This unrecorded history is done. That's big. So now the unrecorded history is done. That opens up the challenge here. I'm not going to claim that yet. Actually, that would be good to claim. So we can go ahead and claim it. So that is for clearing unrecorded history. Now let's go ahead and burn some flags. I didn't follow the guide and use every charm. Now I'm in regret. Did you decide on your Wyvern front tank? I'm just going to use Angelica for my Wyvern front tank, but I'm going... So the difference between this guide and last guide is I am not going to use my Grace of Growth on my Cigarette. I'm going to use Grace of Growth on my Wyvern front tank because we're going to be using Cigarette, I think, to one-shot Zeo for this guide because I think it's just going to make things easier. So I'm going to show an alternate or the one-shot method, and we'll see if we can do it. And if we fail, then we'll just go back and do the old Zeo method too. But I want to have both methods up. So with doing the cigarette method for one-shot, we need to plus 15 her anyway. So we're just going to use her as our plus 15 character. And then this way, depending on who you have as your Wyvern front tank, you can change it later. You're not like locked into having a 6-star Crozet, which is useless, which it's not, but it'll just, I think doing it this way will also help just the backlash of the people who had issues with the last one. So you have Tamara and Rowana too. I got Seaside Bologna and Landy. Landy is usable as a new player. Seaside Bologna is. All of those characters are, but just ignore Rowana for now. She's not going to help you. Use Tamarin, Seaside Bologna, and Landy. Those are all great characters. What artifact to use on Tamarin? Wondrous Potion Vial. Any 4-star artifact that you have will work just fine. If you don't have any 4-star artifacts for it yet, it really doesn't matter. But any 4-star Soul Weaver artifact is good on her. What was your comment about not using charms? I don't remember. What was my comment about not using charms? Not wasting right side charms, probably. This is going to be my guess. Do you have an image for Sanctuary upgrade? I have a video on YouTube for it that shows you all the sanctuary. Do I have an image for it though? No, I do not. There might be one in Discord. Kalei stuck Wyvern 13. Should I farm Wyvern 12? No. You never farm anything below hunt 13s. There's no point. So if you're stuck on a certain hunt, figure out why you're stuck on it and farm other things to get you unstuck to 13. I'm a new player and stuck at episode 3.10.10. BMK is annoying. Wait, 3.3.10 Baumau Kana. Well, if you're using the story team that I used in the guide series, you shouldn't have any issue with it. Shouldn't. I'll see when I get there. I gotta see what are the annoying bosses and what aren't. Where do I use in my land, or where do I use Landy and Sea Bologna? Seaside Bologna can be used in Wyvern. If you're following my guide series, ignore that you have those characters unless you want to use Landy as your 4th adventure character. If you're following my guide, it's just going to create a bunch of headaches that I'm going to have to answer 9 questions because things are not working. Those are characters that you don't like. Where are you at in the story right now? Where are you total? Are you still clearing story? Because if I suggest for you to use Seaside Bologna and Wyvern, then your team's not going to end up winning because you're not going to have the debuffs necessary and you're going to wonder why it's not working. Everything I suggest is there for a reason. The only thing that's an easy switch is if you want to use Landy in place of Tieria on your story farming team, or Landy. Landy is really good for clearing story. But anything else? Is it just me, or are they giving a lot less free stamina nowadays than before? No, they give more stamina than before. They give more stamina now than ever. What do you think is better, to pick Zeo if Bruiser, to pick ML Sermia? They're the same. They're going to give you the same value. Zeo as a Bruiser player is really nice because you can still turn 1, but I always tell people picking Zeo as a Bruiser player, if you don't first pick Zeo, they're going to cleave. If they're cleaving, they're first picking Zeo anyway, or they're early picking Zeo. So picking Zeo, it's not like you can play your tank down style and then third pick Zeo to counter them. Cleavers are going to either first pick Zeo or ban Zeo against you. So are you actually going to be able to use Zeo as a tank down player? Not as much as you would initially think. So Lionheart Sermia would probably be your better bet as something you can use more consistently. You would have to become a first pick Zeo player at that point, or you just won't see any benefit for it. You're close and complete episode 2.10.10. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about building any of those characters right now if you're following my guide. You can work on Landy if you want to, because she can replace a story clearing character, but Seaside Bologna is just going to give you a bunch more problems that you wouldn't normally have. In the guide, I say as many times as I can, if you pull certain characters throughout this, try to ignore you have them until you're at day 20, and then start building them. I know pulling new characters is cool and fun and awesome, but there are a couple characters like Brieg is an exception. Once you get Brieg, you can throw him and build him immediately because he's going to make everything easier. But there's like no other exceptions besides him throughout the guide. Asaria, you can, if you get her early, you can switch her out for one of your DPS on the team. I think it's worse on some stages though, personally. Having Tam Asaria doesn't just make everything clearable unless you have like a tankier damage dealer option, because if Stene gets killed and you're fighting a fire boss, your team is gonna kind of suck, but it'll still work. But hey, Grumpy Zerif, what's up? Ooh, we got silver, let's go. Okay, so the health set comes from, someone asked earlier, the health set comes from the hunt challenges. So once you need to open up hunt challenges, and then your health set is going to come from buying 2 epic catalysts here. You're going to be getting 3 of these HP sets over the next couple days of following the guide. As long as you're following the guide, you will end up with 3 HP sets. You're going to end up with the attack sets, and these attack sets are very good too. So you're going to end up with a bunch of all this. Okay, so we have our potion of extension we can claim. Does this go into your mailbox? Okay, it goes in your mailbox, good. Okay, claim on that stuff. I think a lot of casuals want to use their favorite hero. I know they do, and I get that. But if you're following the guide series, it's just going to hinder your progression. Like, I know you want to use them, but The problem is, yes, you want to use them. Yes, some of them are usable, but I personally don't want to answer the question 1 billion times of how do I use this unit? Where can I use this thing? Like, once you get to day 20, you will then see and understand more and have all those questions answered, and it'll prevent you from building a character that sucks. So a lot of people pull something, they'll think, oh, this character's cool, build it, ask where they could use it, or level it up, ask where they could use it, and then they realize they can't use it anywhere. And I'm just trying to prevent that as much as I can. So if you can be patient when you pull a new character, you will find out if they're good or not, and find out if you can use them. Just take a little bit of time. Because after day 20 of following my guide series, your account's going to be very well established. And then you can make your decisions from there, have fun with the game where you want. But if you mess up your account before it's established, then you're probably not going to keep playing the game. You might, but I think all new players now will be able to get the free 88. I don't know. I don't think they do. It's the only reason we're getting it right now is because it's like during a certain segment, but I think that goes away later. So I don't know for sure, but I don't think you're going to be getting that always. I wish they would just tell us things like this. Like, are all new players going to be getting returning buffs forever? Because that speed set and counter set are really, they're a big deal for the guide. Which hunt should I start? You always start with Wyvern. Always start with Wyvern. It's the most important one to get up and running. Friendly Miner, you need 50 arena wins for Common Rose SC, so if you want to recommend her for Light Expo, it's either start early. True. That is true. I'm not a new player, but I struggle in-game PvP. How far in the guide will you cover in that? Oh, in-game PvE? What in-game PvE are you struggling on? I cover to Abyss 100. My goal is Abyss 100. And then Hell Raid. That's it. From there, then your account is established enough that you can go find like people who specialize in that stuff, like Tristan Wolf, and you can utilize their videos. And that way, other people get some benefit out of new players coming in. What should I put the counter set on? Shu? Yeah, most likely Shu. Or ML Landy. There's a couple characters, but Shu is most likely the best. Maybe mention your guide just to cover base. I need an answer on that because I have the gear and I put it over here. I put it in here because I didn't want to cheat and have it. Right? Because if I have this and new players starting get this too, or don't get this, they're going to be furious. Illinois counter sets, not very good. What you said about newer using charms of previous was to only use charms from selling junk gear to upgrade. Oh, that's at first. Now that doesn't exist. Now it doesn't matter. I said only use charms at first just because the reason I said that was to teach people to save resources. I wanted people to get used to having resources sitting and learning how to save, because learning to save in Epic 7 is a huge deal. Asmakalis, is that just Hell Raid? Or are you farming the Nightmare Raid, the hardest difficulty? But yeah, I don't know if we're getting that or not. Would a counter set be good on Brieg? I mean, not really. You lose a lot of stat. It could be used, I guess, but you lose a ton of stat on it. Okay, come on, what is going on here? Am I gonna have to close it? Who would you put that gear on? I don't know. Probably Tamarin. Banned on new account? That would suck. Alright, I'm just gonna close it and reopen it. That speed gear I'd probably put on Raz. I'd probably put it on Raz or something to start. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure the returning player rewards are gonna go away. They watched yesterday's stream, that's why. Wait, you're saying Epic 7 is ran by the government? Dude, what is happening? Why does this happen? Didn't you say you removed the giveaway thingies from the guide? I really can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I have to have it up when I'm streaming. So. But Tyrant, I guess I'll just go with Valencia. For Selective Summon 2? Wait, what are you saying? You should just go with Valencia then? Oh, for counter set? That's not good on her. I don't know what you're saying. Go with Valencia. I'm returning player and back when I started Banshee instead of Wyvern Hunt. Do I skip ahead of the guide for the Banshee team? Yeah, go watch the Banshee team portion. Should new players go for the new ML Ludwig? I don't know. He's not out yet, and I'm going to assume no. But Valencia is not good on counter set. Alright, I'm going to just reopen my LD player. Is anyone else having server issues right now? Last time I was having server issues, everybody was having server issues. Or is it just me this time? Nope, it's just me. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. There we go, it actually opened to this part at least. Hackerman. Okay, that's working. I just had to restart my emulator. That happens only when I'm streaming. It never happens any other time, only when I'm streaming. Some people in the guild aren't from the Discord or from the streams. They're all from the streams, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they're all from the streams. I don't know how else they would have found the guild. And we filled up day one, so... Why are you saying that they aren't from? Time to get insane counter gear. My counter gear on my main account rolled so bad. Gotta love misclicking the skill that won you the match. Skill issue or skill difference. Alright, what are we getting here? Any S's? No S's. Alright, so the next thing was clear adventures, so we're just gonna go in here and do this. Tyrant is saying he already Luxex Seni, Euphine, Polytus, Ida. Oh, he's already got all of them. Yeah, go for Alencia at that point then. Someone asked if there's a Discord server. Yeah, it's because they probably joined from the stream. Where can I find an active newbie guild? In my Discord server. We have like hundreds of guilds, and we're going to be doing some more guild work and stuff over there the next few days. I messaged, or both my mods messaged me last night, so I'm going to message them back today. We're going to try to get the Discord. We're going to do one more Discord buff before next year. I am out of drinks. I should have made coffee before the stream. Let me grab something real quick. So it's C Slabs. I know, Ethan. This whole playlist, every Nicki song is so good. I think if they were watching, they would know it's been mentioned many times. Yeah, I need to ask Kiba to set up a guild for me. I'll ask him today. What's a good option for 5-star random ticket except Tamarin? From the selector ticket, Sharoon, Yulha, Lilius. Those are like my top 3 that I can think of really fast. Is there a link to a playlist? I mean, I can just send it to you guys. Here you go. Since I'm returning, I've heard Mercedes is quite good after a buff. For new players, Mercedes is great. She's like the highest AoE damage you can get in the game, so... Hey, love the progression streams. Glad to hear it. These will be consistent. I will be streaming probably every day, every single day through the month of December for these. Might take a day off, depending on holiday stuff, but most likely I will be live every day with this. And don't worry, I will play my regular account still too, but the highest priority right now is getting the new player guide stuff finished. Who can use the 88 Lightsteel gear stuff from Abyss? You can use it on Aiden. Lightsteel Aiden is starting to be really good in the current meta because you're going to be fighting like Euphines and stuff, so Aiden can actually use it. But Violet, Remnant Violet, Sylvan Sage Vivian, T-Cern, or a couple other options. Those are all 5 stars and I'm all 4 stars that aren't free, but Aiden is probably the go-to person for that now. Like, I used to hate lifesteal Aiden, but now that we're fighting into you have to fight certain characters in RTA, there's no getting around it. I think she's actually pretty good on lifesteal. Nice, awesome to get my mind off studying. Yeah, so far this month, the only thing I have planned is I have one sponsor. I have a sponsor going on now that'll go over quite a bit this weekend and next weekend, but then I have one game sponsor in the middle of the month, and that's all I currently have planned. So it's a pretty empty month, easy month for me. DR is freaking menace in RTA now, Todrick. I know, trust me, I know. Yeah, closer Charles today from 7 said beef, hell yeah. But yeah, so try one. If you need a link to Discord, I'll give it to you, but it should be in the description of the YouTube live stream. You can just open the description of it and you'll see the Discord link in there. We had the worst record. Dude, DDR, like I was force picking him every game yesterday and lost every game. But before that, I was just picking him every single game and no one beat me. Like I went on a nasty win streak. Nobody knew how to fight him, but people are learning how to fight him now. But yeah, yesterday I streamed on the main account. I was like, I'm gonna pick DDR every game, no matter what, and I would pick him into like 3 DDR counters. But the first day I was doing it, he would win. But now it's not as easy. I have a bunch of purple gear from like episode 2 story awards. Can I just trash them? They're like the Pegasus boots. Yes, you can. The Pegasus boots you want to keep, but all the other gear you don't need. But if you're ever curious on the free gear, just throw it in your extra gear storage. But hello, I don't know how to read your name, but welcome to the stream. Worth crafting a defense main stat boot for Lermia? No, you don't really want defense main stat boot for Sermia. I have it because I didn't have any other options, and I had a pretty high rolled defense boot. But you lose stat value when you do that. This is the problem. So you still want speed main stat boot over defense boot. Because you lose out on like 2.5 rolls by using defense percent main boot. You'll have higher defense, but you lose out on 2.5 other rolls of other stats. So defense boots are not efficient unless you're playing a 0 speed character. So I don't know how far we'll push in story today. Do we want to beat chapter 3 today? When did we beat chapter 3 on the last guide series? Hold on, I'm going to open up the last guide series and see exactly how I did it. Let me go view my channel. So last guide series, so day 1 was selective summon, clearing chapter 1010. Day 2 is joining a guild. Character artifact management is kind of the same, but I'm putting joining a guild in day 1 now. Day 2.5, so pet system, joining a guild, character things. 2023 is doing the hunt, starting the hunt challenge. So I think we start hunt challenge on day 2 now. Hunt challenges start on day 2 now. So day 3, day 2 is now condensed into day 1 and day 3 together. Or yeah. So day 3 was hunt challenge, free 5-star, and fastest Sigma farming team. Why do I have free 5-star? I don't know what free 5-star. Wait, what do you get a free 5-star in? I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch some of my old guides and try to remember what exactly we were doing there. And then fastest Stigma farm, so that will be in day 2. So yeah, we're condensing day 2 into day 1 and day 2 now. So that'll take 1 video away. Day 3. And then I made a new player character tier list, so I'm going to do that again too. That'll probably be a video for tomorrow. And then day 4 was prepping for your Wyvern team. Day 5 is Wyvern clearing. Day 5 is still Wyvern clearing. So I don't know. We'll see. I got Charles. Do I invest? No. Fire Witcher hand guy for ML Headhunt. If you don't have hand guy, who did you get from your Selective Summon 2 or your Moonlight Blessing 2? Moonlight Blessing 2, you're supposed to get Mediator Calric. But if you've already used your Moonlight Blessing too, then yes, getting Meteor Cowrick's better than like any character in the game. He's an irreplaceable character. You picked Lilius, then yeah, pick Meteor Cowrick. Briarwitch Visaria is good, but Meteor Cowrick he's irreplaceable. He is the best character from that. Like Lilius is nowhere near as good as he is in terms of for especially newer players. What should I spend the Mirage coins on? Well, it depends on what you I don't. You guys ask these questions. I don't know the context. I don't know. You either get a character. I mean, you either get a character or an artifact, one that you didn't get when doing the normal summon part of it. Like, I don't know what you pulled. Some of these questions are impossible for me to answer. I can't answer that without seeing your account or knowing the full context. Sorry, as a follow-up. Oh, you got Landing Series, Fairy Tail, and Guiding Light. So how many coins do you have? At that point, I would buy a second Guiding Light if you have 100 points. If you have 120 points, you have 130. So you got Landy's Trees, Fairy Tail, and Guiding Light. So you got all the characters. You don't want Landy's Artifact. If anything, I'd just buy a second Guiding Light and spend the other 30 on something else. If you want Fairy Tail's Artifact, you can get it, but you don't need to. I would personally get a second Guiding Light over one Fairy Tail already, because you're going to need one Guiding Light for your Landy already. Should I pick Hand Guy from Moonlight Theater and Sealers from current free moment? Yeah, you can. You can. That's how I would probably do it. I don't personally like playing Sealers, especially as a new player. So I'm not gonna get Sealers, I don't think, from my headhunt, but she's definitely a good hero to have. Good morning, I'm following along with my adventures path and are both on create 10 things from the Steel Workshop. Is that where you hold until you Wyvern farm? No, you can just go ahead and do it. Just craft with like your golem materials that you got or whatever. Just do a 10 craft of. I always do a 10 craft of right side gear and sell it all, so I have some extra charms for right side. But no, you can go ahead and do it. You don't need to wait. Guiding Light works on both Landing and Cerise. No, you don't put Guiding Light on Cerise. Save both Guiding Light copies, but don't use it on Cerise. Cerise doesn't need it. And you're not really going to use Cerise except for Expos. Cerise is a really good expedition character. It either stumbled upon Hoochie's bargain shop, the one next to regular shop. I found 3 leaves for 110 sky stones. I think I was including that in the guide to check daily. Well, Hoochie isn't going to be around for 99% of players who are following the guide, so I don't really want to cover it in the guide because I don't want people to think they're missing out on anything. But it is worth buying those leaves. It's always worth buying leaves, Mystic Metals, and the Hoochie bargain boxes. Those are the only things worth buying from that. Should I ignore Moonlight Theater for now? I'm day 5. I mean, make sure to watch your free ones. You are going to end up spending gold most likely to watch it. It's either if you don't spend gold to watch Moonlight Theater, you are going to end up, it takes you half a year to get a Moonlight 5 out of it. So you're going to end up spending gold just because it could either take you half a year or you could get it done in 4 days and start your second ML5. So you're going to end up spending gold. But if you're on day 5, you can ignore it for now. But wait, what is this account? It's the new player account. We're doing new player guide. But yeah, I'm trying to ignore Hoochie in the guide because Hoochie will not be around for other players. He will not be here for new people starting past. No way, it takes 6 months getting 1 ticket per week. You have to watch 14. Or you have to watch 30. It's 30 weeks. It's like 14 and 17. It's half a year, Eebly. You get 1 free ticket per week, and there's 17 and 1. There's 30 chapters. There's over 30 chapters. That's half a year, dog. That's more than half a year. You won't get the Hoochie chest? No, I'm not buying Hoochie chest on this because other people following my guide will not. You guys buy Hoochie chest, but other people following my guide going into next year, Hoochie will not be there. No, Hoochie's not there permanently. He comes and goes. He's there every 3 months or 2 months or something. Acquire 20 greater runes and spirit altar. What greater runes do we want? Let's farm some Raz greater runes. So yeah, it's actually over half a year. You need to watch them all? Yes, you have to watch every single one. So it takes half a year or 20 million gold. It's a big investment for new players. Do you think I should get ML Like or ML Bologna, Tadrik? I'm usually more aggro player lately. ML Like is next to impossible to pick. People have to draft like absolute potatoes to actually pick ML Leica. That's the issue. She's really good. Okay, so you Sanctuary's level, Jandon? Yeah. Let me beat this and I'll set it to auto farm and I'll go show Sanctuary those. Zeo or Strays? Zeo. Zeo 1 billion%. Got ML Taiwan and ML Lobet. Can I use them as a new player? No. Ignore that you have them for now. Wait until you get to the RTA portion of the guide before you start questioning whether the characters you have are usable. I have like things showing for each character and they're up to date on both those characters. But as a new player, just ignore that you have them for now. Wait, anytime you guys pull a cool new ML5, wait until you're on like day 20 of the guide before you start thinking about using them. Building them earlier they're not going to do anything for you. For rank, can you get an RT, or what rank? It's rank 60. You unlock the RTA ring. But I have 6 ML5s in my waiting room, yeah. I know it sucks because you have the ML5s, but you're not going to be able to use them anyway. You're not going to have the gear for them. So just, if you pull anything cool, just wait until like around day 20 of the guide, and then you will be able to use them. I explain what characters are useful, where they're useful. And it will be much, much easier for you. All right, so now getting Furious from there will be included in the guide in case you didn't get them like I did. So that's going. You want to see my Sanctuary? Let me show that. So Sanctuary is 313, 313, 111, and then do your any combination of these, whatever hour you want on them. My Breath of Orbis is 220 for now. We're going to be getting more. This is 033. And then this is going to be 333. My new account pool is out of its mind. After getting ML Cowrick yesterday, I just got Sea Lace and I'm confused so I get from MLA Blessing. Honestly, I would probably get Death Dealer Ray. If you have both those characters, Death Dealer Ray is the 3rd best character from the 2nd Moonlight Blessing, I think. Because it was between Sylvan Sage Vivian and Remnant Violet, and I think Death Dealer Ray is better than both of them. By a lot right now, actually. For Sword Summon after Tam, who should I pick? Usually it's Senya. Alright, so we need to clear Wyvern 8 or higher 10 times. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that while that's farming in the background. Oh, we could do Abyss, actually. Let me slam through some Abyss floors. If it's Captain, I'd say build her regardless. Yeah, Captain Landy's one character you can just go ahead and build. Just put her on free attack set, and she'll do more than Tieria for you in the story. But other than Naval Captain Landy, I personally would build like almost no character. Switching out of my suggestions for following the guide. Just because not to pull or not to use a new unit, you surely overestimated the self-control of gacha player. I know. That's just part of the guide, though. If you want to follow the guide and get the same results, then that's up to you. If you want to go and build that character and try to figure out how to use them while you're not at a point you can use them, go ahead. But I'm giving advice that it's up to people whether or not they want to take it or not. But why base? Trust me, I know. But yeah, ML Landy is probably the only character I would say. Go ahead and just build them instead. Or Arbiter Vildred. Green Landy or Arbiter Vildred, either one, I would say you could build over Place of Tieria. Those are the only two. Because like even Remnant Violet would be okay, but he won't be on lifesteal, so his survivability is pretty sketchy going through story. But it wouldn't be bad either. Usually if they're going to recheck a guide, it means they care to follow through with the game. Yeah, I feel like hopefully people who are following the guide see what's possible and trust me enough to take what I say and keep going. And if they don't, that's on them. They have problems from there. I did everything I could. What Hoochie pack were you referring to a couple minutes ago? It's just the Hoochie shop. Wait, are you referring to Greenland or ML Landy? Either one. Either Landy can just be switched out for Tieria if you get them early. But the Hoochie pack, we're talking about the boxes. And Hoochie, the ones that cost 80 right now, those are worth buying. But other than that, I wouldn't buy anything else from Hoochie. Pirate Captain Flame is also easy to build. Yeah, but the problem is how good is Pirate Captain Flame without our limited arty? Without the Seria arty? Not really usable. I mean, she's usable, but not very good. Got I've been trying to get Spirit Eye Celine. She's probably better than RB. I would say Spirit Eye Celine and RB are like same viability in RTA. So since I got Landy, should I put her in free tiers place? You can. It's up to you. I personally wouldn't. I would just use the free characters the game gives you and then mess with stuff later. But if you want to use Landy, she is going to be better. But the thing is, she's not Molagored already. So if you got Landy, you're going to have to Molagore her. You're going to have to 6-star her. You're going to have to put a lot more resources into her that you could just use what the game gave you for now and then worry about that later. But it's up to you. Landy would take the place of Tieria and be better because it gives speed buff too. Hey, what's up, Neo Nico? How goes the progress? Pretty good. Got a lot of stuff we can do for day 3. I'm just trying to get all the basic stuff done, and then we'll go into heavy unrecorded history farming. Okay, so we're out of those. Green Landy's damage insane. It's just the speed buff she gives for your team. It's like the best part about her for clearing. Alright, so we could do some Labyrinth. I need to promote a 5-star here to 6-star. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So the first character that I would promote to 6-star on a new account is Free Spirit Tieria. On day 3 login, you can go ahead and easily finish this by going in and doing your potion of ascension. I have 2 potions for some reason. I don't really know why I have 2, but you can go ahead and use a potion on Free Spirit Tieria just to get her to 6-star if you want. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, it's not as efficient. Dude, it's legit 40 gold thingies. The difference of using it on a character that's already level 50 versus using it on 3-star, it's legit 20 gold transmits, which is nothing. Hi, what's the fastest way to promote characters? Farming Unrecorded history. So the difference is it's slightly less efficient to do something that's already leveled up, but Free Spirit Tieria I think is your best 6-star to begin with because she's going to make story clearing, farming faster, and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a potion on her. Your potions, you do not need to think about it that heavily. I'll just tell you right now, it is not that important how you use min-maxing your potions. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and... Oh wait, I can't level her up because she's battling. Okay, that's fine. We'll just let her auto level. So now though, once you get your first 6-star, we're now getting an additional attack set. So this attack set's pretty nice to have too. So now that we have that, that's all finished, and we get a Moonlight summon. So we're gonna do that as well. And then now the only thing left is the final adventure's path. So we're gonna keep working on this as much as we can throughout the day, and that is our main goal. Our goal today is to clear chapter 3. I think we want to clear chapter 3. So but clearing chapter 3 might be a little annoying, but we do have a few more summons that we could do. We can do 2. We can actually do 2 summons. So we'll go ahead and buy 2 of these. We're gonna do 2 Moonlight summons, and we're gonna do 10 summons on Tamarin. So we're going to do the summons on Tamarin. We also have an elemental bookmark. So this elemental bookmark's probably Tamarin anyway. It's not Tamarin. I lied. We got Corvus. Okay. So now we are to the point where we will keep summoning on Tamarin. Sad. Let's just do a 10 summon. We haven't done 10 summon yet, I don't think. No, we did all 10 summons. And none of them had sparks. I remember now. We got nothing at all. Sick. Okay, so now it is time to do... change channel. Oh yeah, let's go to channel. I always summon in channel 1. Let's go to channel 1. It is Moonlight summon time. Oh my, uh-oh, Landy, Emma Landy, no, I'm so mad. This could have been the account. Oh, dang it. I mean, he's good still. He'll be useful. I thought we were getting Emma Landy. Oh my god. That's funny. It's an ML 5-star. You have him too? Yeah, he's not bad. Alright. Dang. We got a 5-star though, that's pretty cool. Oh, we got Soothon. I don't even know what he does. Okay, well, hey, we got a first 5-star. It took us 3 days to get him all 5-star. Dude, I thought that was Landy. Sag. We got budget Landy. Moonlight Dreamblade, not too bad. So next thing is clear Wyvern, hunt 8, 10 times or higher. So now that we are to the clear Wyvern hunt 8, 10 times or more, we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of work on our Wyvern team. So this is the spot where you can kind of see your Wyvern team in action. So what we are going to do is we are going to use our Grace of Growth on our... We're going to use our Grace of Growth on our Angelica, okay? So this is a spot if you have any tank, if you have Rose, Crozet, Crow, Blue Tywin, Brieg is number 1. If you have Brieg, you don't even need to Grace of Growth. I mean, just 6-star Brieg. Or you could Grace of Growth for now and do it later. But whoever you want to do for your Wyvern front tank, you just register them into here, and then you're good to go. So now we have her done. Now we need to go in and level up our other characters. Is a great replace to Karen raid? Like he's straight up greater carrot, really? Feel like that's cap. Okay. So now that we're into this spot, we want to look at our Furious and level up our Furious. So we have plenty of penguins. Let's just go ahead and level them up. And then I'm going to be using Alexa for this one. So with using Alexa, if you have Mooey, 1,000,000,000% use Mooey first. So it's kind of risky. Why are we whispering ASMR? I mean, am I whispering? I need to talk quietly. So I'm trying to talk quiet, but I'm not trying. I don't want it to sound like a whisper, but I need to talk like low volume. Rita's old and auto. It sounds like work. You kind of are. I'm trying. My room, guys, it's 6 a.m. My roommates are asleep. Okay. I have to be somewhat quiet. I was gonna say that I managed to get Hand Guy in the headhunt since I don't have him on my main account after this. I have all the characters I need, still need Mola. I would agree with that. Because I got 5-star and last 30 bookmarks. I've only got 4 stars. Well, yeah. The fact that I got a 5-star is really lucky. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and promote Alexa. This feels really bad though. So using Alexa is nowhere near as good as using Mooey, but the thing is she's a 3-star character. So putting resources into her isn't really the biggest deal. It doesn't matter too much because even doing this, it's very cheap. We're gonna try to get away without skill upping her until we get Mooey, but we just need her for our first Wyvern clear. So this is a spot where you can try to wait until you get Mooey if you do not have him, but I don't want you guys to just not progress because of it. Fuck your roommates, you're a content creator and internet celebrity. Sure. Okay. Didn't mean to back out of that. I don't like this new UI system at all. Okay, so Furious, we do want him 5-star. Your 2 Wyvern characters, we read his whole Twitch kit for Twitch Prime. Yep, I'll read his whole kit for Twitch Prime. I'm doing it right now. Who's a good choice for the random 5-star except Tamarin started today, by the way. I answered that earlier, and I think you did not hear what I said. I'm pretty sure it was you that asked that. For the random 5-star or the 5-star selector? The random 5-star is Brieg. That was answered quickly. All right, so we're earning a Twitch Prime sub right here. Releases mana to attack all enemies and has a 75% chance to make them unhealable for 1 turn. Second, after attacking, increases attack defense effectiveness of the caster by 2.5. It's actually a big boost over 10 times. And that's up to 5%. You get a 50% attack boost, effectiveness boost, and defense boost. It's actually good. And its S1 burns enemies. So now what's his awakening skill do though? Oh, he gets 2. It's literally just better carrot, but it doesn't burn on contact. He's better PvE carrot. He's worse PvP carrot, better PvE carrot. Okay, that's pretty cool. Kind of cool kit. I'll give him that. All right, Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Level up. Okay, so Furious is good, and then we have our Cigarette, which is already good. So Cigarette, we're going to go ahead and put her on the attack set that we just got. So this was from 6-starring your first character. Go ahead and throw this on. Actually, the thing is, we're going to actually do this. We're going to put this on her because she's going to be getting the crit chance bonus from Furious. So we're just going to do 5x attack on her. Or six attacks pieces on her. So we're going to go ahead and change that. And then now we're going to go to our Spectre Tenebria, and we're going to fix her gear for now. We're going to end up moving gear a ton. So none of these characters, the gear that they have on is their true home for the gear. So go ahead and put that there. I'm going to level these up a little bit. Let's get them at least both +6. But Nirma, thank you for you. Wait, you regular subbed. You said Twitch Prime. I've been baited. I'm angry. But I'm just kidding. Thank you, Nirma. Justice for my boy Suthan. Sure. Okay. What would you be the second best set off of ML Landy behind Unity? Immunity, you can do crit set. It doesn't really matter. The best second set is Immunity. Quick question. I'm using the counter set from Conquest points or shot from my brig. Should I use different gear? You should, but if it's working for now, just leave it. But no, that counter set's honestly fine on him. I don't have Prime, I know. That's okay. Get Rowana. Rowanna's not very good right now. I don't suggest anyone getting Rowana. I don't know what you're going to use her for. And use an SC Christie. We would get the announcement for SC Christie on the 6th. But yeah, I do not suggest anyone messing with Rowana right now. She's just very lackluster. I know people are going to be like, you're supposed to be selling your epic penguins. I'm going to be farming so much that it does not matter. Okay, so now we're to the point where we have to start working on skill enhancements. So with skill enhancements, we're going to be needing to get shiny enchantment. But for the beginning, they don't take any extra, so we're +15ing Cigarette. But how's the guide today? I mean, it's good. We're getting a ton done. Okay, so we put the 6 that we can do into this, and we'll eventually come and get these for later. Okay, I'll go to farmer Emelandias. Emelandia's not a great farmer. Once I feel I farmed enough UH, shall I start farming Wyvern 13? Yes. So you basically keep farming Unrecorded History until you have a bunch of Charm Dust, so you can actually upgrade the gear that you're getting from Wyvern drops. So we want to Mola Furious all the way up to +6. This right here is why I didn't suggest Furious for new players. Like, you have to, it's so many resources to do him, but he does make things easier. And you don't have to do this effect chance. We're going to avoid doing this right here, but it makes his burn chance very low. But this is 3 Molagora. So we're going to avoid doing his S1. We're just going to do his S2, S3, I guess, which still feels bad. He is a very expensive character. There's a reason I did not suggest Furious at first, but I think we're going to be setting up a Banshee team with Furious for this guide series. Who can replace Furious? Terranor Guard, the 3-star Terranor Guard. Because Terranor Guard you're going to be using for a lot of in-game content, this 3-star. So this is what I made people, or had people build on the first account. But Furious is way more consistent, and we're going to be doing a secondary 80% defense break. We're going to fix it. We're fixing him. But Terranor Guard works for Wyvern. He will get you the clears you need, and he can work to farm him. But Terranor Guard is used for a lot of like in-game Abyss and content like that. No, we don't have Mui. So that's one thing I found is a lot of players who didn't have Mui gave up on the game because Wyvern was too hard. So I'm teaching people how to beat it without Mui for this one. And we're using Alexa. to accomplish that goal. So Alexa is going to be the character that we use the Pegasus boots on. These boots that I told you to save before, she needs to be on speed main stat boots. Okay? If you have the returning player speed set gear, you can put that on her, except for the right side gear. Put the helmet chest and it'll work. But the returning player speed set, you do not want to use HP ring and stuff there. If anything, put those 2 pieces on Furious. If you get the returning player rewards, it makes this so easy to gear up. But like, I have Crow, but I'm using Angelica as my front tank. So now we have Alexa. We need to start working on our awakenings. So we need to awaken all of our blue characters. They gave up. They're not gamers then. I mean, not having a character and feeling like something is too hard gotta be a terrible feeling. So I do not blame them. All right, so really they bring shame to their village. All right, so between Zeus, Sermia, Ken, Ravi, Didar, who should pick from Headhunt, they're all the same. Except Ravi, don't pick Ravi. But any of those other 4 characters, it's whatever you think is going to be the best on your account. I do not have your account, so I do not play on your account, so I cannot tell you what I think is the best. Because you have characters that I don't know you have. But all those characters are basically the same. They all are the same level of good. There's a list of 8 characters in my Headhunt video that's on YouTube that they're all the same. It does not matter which one. Remember when Hey Ravi was the best character in the game? I do. Alright, so now that we're to this point, we're going to go ahead and farm blue Spirit Altar in the background. Because we do need a bunch more blue. So at this point, I'm going to say do not use this yet. Because your team sucks and you're going to be farming super slow. But one thing that we're going to switch out for this is we're going to go to team 2. We're going to put Destina front tank, and we're going to start using Cigarette. So we have Cigarette. Destina as our front tank. We have Spectre Tenebria, and we have Free Spiritia. This will speed up our farming progress dramatically. I don't have a rune pet, do I? We do. Okay, so we're gonna use him, and then that'll work. Is Lionheart a good pair with Celius? Yes, and she's also good into Celius. What am I gonna do for breakfast today? This is our chance to think about breakfast. Does Wendy's have breakfast? Yo, you just started day 2 and got Shu from Covenants. So if you got Shu for free from Covenants from your Selective Summon 2, once you get to that point, pick Senya. They have nice potato wedges. I'm not a potato wedge fan. I love French fries. Wendy's does have breakfast. I might try it. I've never tried Wendy's breakfast. I tried Taco Bell breakfast the other day. Taco Bell breakfast, whatever I got wasn't very good. You don't have Wendy's in the EU? Cringe. Can you do a tier list of character buffs and depends on who's the best break defense? Defense breaker? Best defense breaker for what? You use a different defense breaker for depending on the content that you're using. What if I got Senya as well? Then you can get Politos, maybe? She's not very good right now. I don't know who was on Selective Summon 2, but Politos was always my 3rd suggestion. But Yulha, if she's on there, she's really good. Yulha's chapter 3, right? Yulha would probably be my 3rd choice because Politos is just really bad right now. Oh, Alencia's on there? Alencia is unusable. I think Alencia is getting a buff. I think Fire Ravi, Alencia, and a couple of those characters are getting a buff next balance patch because they're just going to take what they were going to do in the Awakening and put it into the regular kit. Yulha's chapter 4. Okay, then no Yulha. I guess you can get Alencia because I could see you're getting a buff. And Alencia you could put on the free injury set from not free, but the Conquest point injury set. Hold on, they're talking about me. They're talking about me. I gotta go see what they're saying. Hold on. I remember. Any tips to beat strays to 10-10? I remember what it's been so long. Wait. Was it not about me? Some guy on YouTube has a guide for new players. Strays fight too. They're talking about me. Some guy on YouTube has it. They don't know it's me. Lamau. Okay, so that's farming in the background. What was I gonna do? Little do they know I'm watching them. Tammy, you can get from Story Summon within the first week. Brieg, you can only luck sec. Yeah, that's the problem with Brieg. Brieg, I cannot suggest Brieg to anybody because the only way to get Brieg is if you get lucky. But Spooky, Goth, check AD meanwhile. So are you re-updating the guide? Yes, I am. But I hope things are going well for you. They are. They're going pretty good. I cannot complain. Hope things are good for you as well. Alright, so we are going to improve the building. Boost this. Alright, so now we have max Skystone generation, which is good. I'm waiting for this guide to go live so I can start playing E7. I mean, you can just start playing now. You can just follow my last guide. My last guide works fine. But, I mean, if you start now, I'm technically 3 days ahead of you. So it should all be up by the time you get to the part that you want to be at. So the only things that were left to do were clear Wyvern, but we're trying to like kind of get a pseudo Wyvern team together. So let's go ahead and start farming adventure again. So we're to chapter 4. Do you buy out the Alexa side story for swapping? You can. I usually don't. The rewards aren't a big deal. Like the only thing that I would worry about getting is the bookmark and Mola. But buying everything in there, I guess it's fine. But you can just basically skip it if you want. Just make sure you spend your currency before you skip it. That's the thing. If you're waiting for this guide to come out, the best day to start Epic 7 is yesterday. So the sooner you start, the better. Even if you just start the game and log in, it's still better to start now than later. But if you start now, there's a free summon event, there's a Moonlight headhunt event, there's a bunch of stuff that if you start too late, you might miss out on. You hit Master RTA yet? Oh, we're already Emperor. This account's farther than my main account. Keybleed 200 pulls. You got 3 Guiding Lights, 1 Holy Sack, 1 Golden Rose. That is luck sacking. And that's without spending. Is that without spending your Mirage coins too? You can buy even more. I followed the last guide and it's still perfectly fine. Yeah, the last guide's perfectly fine. It's just the UI looks different. So people are like questioning whether or not the guide's still viable or not. And it is still viable. I don't care if someone correct you from last time, but leveling, promoting 2-star fighter from blue is actually less efficient than buying the balloons directly. Well, it's more, so from my understanding, it's more efficient to level 2 stars up to 3 stars and get rid of them. But I'm not even going to tell people to do that. I'm just going to tell people like it's supposedly more efficient if you level up 2 stars to 3 stars and then transmit the 3 stars without leveling them. That's supposed to be like, it's like 5,000 stigma more efficient, if even that. But it's so much work. It's so much work. Like, it takes you 30 minutes to 6-star a character instead of taking you 30 seconds. So, I don't even think I think it was like 3,000 more efficient. It was such a minimal number that it don't do it. Don't waste your time. I heard the guild currency, the one you need to attack tower and win, kind of hard for new players. Yes, it is. You don't need to win. You just need to use your attacks. You could use your attacks and just lose every time, and it's fine. You just go in and yield right away. As long as you use your attacks, you get some currency. You get, I think, 10 for losing, 30 for winning, 50 or 20 for drawing. So as long as you're getting an extra 30, it's really good. I only do that when I really need blooms. Yeah, it's way too much work. I'm going to explain it in the guide that if you do this method, it is more efficient, but I'm going to tell everyone, save your time. Fine, go take that extra 30 minutes per 6-star and get a part-time job and spend that money in Epic 7 and your account will be infinitely better. It's like you make 100 6-stars, it could be 100 hours you went and did something else. That's a lot of time. That's days of your life spent only. I hate it. I hate the idea of just wasting your time like that for minimal reward. Do I have Tama yet? No, I have not gotten Tama yet. We are Tamarinless. Usually, if you don't get lucky and get Tamarin, you're stuck with Destina until chapter 3. Looking for advice new play here for the headhunt event. Looking for someone that could fit the team building. Charlotte, Charles, Bad Cat Armin. Well, if you're using Charlotte, Charles, Bad Cat Armin, you're already in a bad spot. I think Celius or Mid-Clay, Banshee Farmer mostly. If you're using Charlotte, Charles, and Bad Cat Armin, you're probably not in too great of a spot to begin with. So I don't know what to suggest to you besides don't use Charlotte, Charles, and Bad Cat Armin. Like, Charlotte's okay, but the rest of those are not the best characters to use for anything. I ended up buying the Panda Pet because I don't hit double AP. Yeah, the Panda Pet's like the best $5 you can spend. Now let him cook, his team can do something. I mean, I guess it could technically work if you want to just only have fun with the game and don't care about winning ever. Like, I mean, you can have fun. I mean, it sounds like a fun team. But definitely Sea Lilius. I'll just suggest for you Sea Lilius. Sea Lilius would go better with that team than Maid Chloe. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Is Lionheart's Surmia gear easy to farm? Yes, Lionheart Surmia gear is easy to farm, but only if you have the Golden Rose artifact for her, because you can build her on speed set. I got Bad Cat Armin user and Guild Warrior attacks. I mean, they're all three of those are usable characters, but if that's your core roster, that's an issue. That's what I'm trying to say here. If your core roster is those three characters, you're probably going to struggle very badly. But yes, all three of them are usable. You can even use Green Charles into certain things. And you obviously can use Charlotte. She is a good character. But if that's your core roster, you are not in a good spot. Got Elena day 1. Should I 6-star her first before MLT area? Yeah, you can. You can just completely skip MLT area. Like, do her challenges to get the free stuff from her, but then from there ignore that you have her and just use Landy instead. One v10 him with 2-star, I bet he would win. All right. Slack Junior, we do another one. Do another what? New player guide? Yes. She just sucks. I can't imagine using her at all. Who? Shu? Or who? Or not Shu, sorry, Bad Cat Armin. You have other teams built, but no luck. ML 5 stars only have Cowrick. Cowrick's one of the best ML 5 stars, so that's not bad. But like that team you have, like what's that team's purpose? What are you using that for? What changed with this one? There's like minor changes throughout it. I'm just doing things slightly different. I'm trying to take some of the official Epic 7, like the way they do things in their official Discord. I'm trying to suggest closer to what they suggest so that they don't throw a fit this time and scare off a bunch more new players. Like, my goal with this guide is to get as many people into the game as possible. That's what it's always been. And I take more than just what's the most efficient thing into account. I take what's the most realistic, time efficient thing into account because I care about player retention. They don't care about player retention. So I'm trying to find a balance between the two as to what can I suggest that won't deviate too far off them, but will overall help the player retention for this game. So that is like the goal with this guide. Is gear gap between Master and Challenger high? No. If you can reach Master's RTA, you can probably reach Champion RTA. It is once you can reach Masters, you can most likely reach Champion, unless you're just barely scraping the bottom of Masters. With 3 max stats, I know. Well, that wasn't even the official Epic 7 Discord. That started in my Discord, and the person left my Discord to go to the official Epic 7 Discord to complain. That wasn't even like an official Discord thing. That was just a, I don't even know. I'm gonna make some lemonade actually real quick. I'll turn face cam back on in a second. Let me make lemonade and, oh wait, I don't have a scooper. I'm about to make the biggest mess in my room the world has ever. I do the way I'm about to do this. I have a paper. It is a funnel. Dude, paper towel funnels for mixing drink. I'm kind of a genius. Except I have a feeling I'm going to put way too much powder into this thing. So I need to rip this in half. I do not need a whole paper towel. You know you're cheap when you try not to waste paper towels. I got Malona as a starter on Asia account. She's at CP doesn't matter. Whatever CP is a fake number. The earlier you see that, the better. Like it's just a general reference. So don't like look at your CP and think my character is crazy. The character with lower CP can be way stronger than a character with higher CP. So don't use that too much as a reference point. Okay. I don't know how much powder to put in this. Uh-oh. Surely that's enough. I'm gonna be drinking pure sugar now. My favorite breakfast. Dump sugar straight into my... Wait, where'd the cap go? Is Mercedes so good? For a new player, yeah, Mercedes is still pretty good. My gear is so bad I can't even hit 100 crit chance on any character. I'm sure you could. Or your gear's not plus 15. Do you think the current counter meta is going to stay here long? We're more in a debuff meta. I don't think we're in a counter meta. Like we're in the ML Landy, ML Euphine counter meta, I guess you could say. But if you ban either ML Landy or ML Euphine, you don't really feel the counter meta. I think we're more in a debuff meta than anything. The meta right now is getting debuffed and hating your life. Counter meta with LEC running around, yeah. I don't think we're in much of a counter meta. It's mostly debuffs. And that's why Meteor Cowrick is so important for players to get early. The meta AIDS AF right now, I know it's really bad. It was fine before DDR buff. Like I didn't mind it. Like Euphine was like it shifted it to a kind of bad spot, but with DDR, Death Dealer Ray getting buff, the meta it's rough right now. You really want champ this season, you can do it. If you can hit challenger, you can hit champ. At the end of the season, it's easier to climb. But yeah, Mercedes is still good in PvP. She's not as good as she was before, but for new players, she's one of your best options for sure. Can I clear Wyvern 13 with Crozet, Sigurd, Alexa, Furious? Yes. I'm going to be that's this guide. I'm going to be not using Mui, so I can show all of you that are trying to farm Wyvern or like clear Wyvern for the first time. We're going to be switching Alexa for Mui if we get him, or like we're basically waiting to get Mui to really start farming Wyvern, I think, on this account, but Mercedes carried me a lot in games with Torrent Set, literally one-shot nearly every team. Yeah, Mercedes is really, really nice because you get the free Torrent Set, and that's like the best early game character. You can put the Malekith's Consciousness free Torrent Set on. Chapter 4 should finish on 3rd day. You're on crack. I mean, I could do it if I streamed 18 hours a day, but I'm trying to do this at like a reasonable pace. I don't want people to feel like they are super, super behind. Any advice on Banshee? Focus new account? I don't think you should focus Banshee on new account. Banshee gear does not give any additional stats, meaning that you're relying on super high gear rolls to have your teams be able to compete with someone who farmed Wyvern. So by farming Banshee only, you're going to be putting yourself at a huge disadvantage for the first 3 months of the game. Hi Deity, how do I deal with tanky teams in arenas such as three tanks and a Destino? If they don't have AoE attacks, use Spectre Champion. Destro set gives free gear, yeah, and then all your characters are 180 speed, getting outsped by people who farmed Wyvern with 230 speed characters. So if you fight into low momentum at all, like counter set is going to be better than the industrial set early game, because you're going to be fighting everyone who's faster because they just farmed one speed set. So like fighting a speed set, anything, your destruction set character is now getting screwed. Whereas if you farm speed set and had a speed green landy, you can at least have 230 speed, something like that. So farming Banshee puts you at a huge disadvantage early on. Like, it will just take you longer to reach the same point that someone farming Wyvern would. But you do want to farm Banshee eventually. But it's just, I really think not starting with Wyvern, you're going to have such a harder time in PvP. But yeah, fighting 3 tanks and a Destina and that, you're going to want to draft bulkier characters, and you're not really going to have too many bulky characters options. Spectre Tibia is going to be your best friend. Spectre Tibia plus a Destina of your own into that is generally going to be probably your best bet. But it depends on the team. Destro set is for DPS on it. Yeah, speed is universal. So it's just better to start with speed gear, get the bonus stats to help finish your characters and have them have the extra stats, and then focus on Banshee characters. Like, you could farm, like if you started a new account, get to day 10 of only farming unrecorded history, but do all the PvE stuff, and then farm Wyvern for 10 days, and then farm Banshee for 10 days. But farm Wyvern for 15 days. There's a better solution than trying to just be a Banshee farmer. I mean, unless that's the way you want to go, but just expect that it's going to take you longer to achieve the same thing that someone doing the same thing as you is. Did Kise buff when? Who knows? Guys, the reason Banshee playstyle works is because you have insane gear score on the characters. All your gear rolled really high, and you have a wide roster of counter picks. So that's the only way that Banshee farming is going to truly work for you. And the thing is, as a new player, you're not going to have a wide roster. So if you have a small roster, why not farm sets that are going to give additional bonus stats? That is my opinion on that. And that is why we make a Wyvern team as a first thing in the guide series, to keep people from putting themselves at a huge handicap. Because that's Banshee gear. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I farm Banshee, I am so picky on the gear. When I farm Wyvern, I'll just take whatever. Can you grace or grow through Moonlight Blessing hero? No, because you have to complete the challenges. Once you fully unlock the Moonlight Blessing hero, you could, but you cannot grace or growth them until you complete the challenges for them. Do I still choose Destina and Selective Summon if you have Tamarin already? Yes, they are completely different purposes. Tamarin is your PvE healer. Destina is going to be your PvP healer. I have Destina here because I don't have Tamarin yet. Once you get Tamarin, you switch it out for Destina right away, and Destina won't really be used until you are getting into PvP. But not having Destina is a huge PvP disadvantage as a new player. She's one of the only characters that does what she does. So not getting her just makes it, and she's super easy to gear too. So not getting her it puts you at a huge disadvantage. Why am I farming this again? Am I supposed to be farming this again? I'll let this clear, I guess. But I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this again. But Literal Cake thanks to follow. Do you still recommend PvP set, effect ring, and on who? Yes, I do suggest buying that, and that's going to go in your Furious. That's going to be part of this video too. We're going to be doing that very soon. That's going to be one of the first things we buy. So can we buy on day 3 with how many Conquest points we have? Can we buy enough of that? How much is it per piece? It's like 500 per piece because we want 4-piece speed set if we can. Or Furious. Okay, so let's back out of this. And then we are to a point. Let's go ahead and let's look at it for now. So 540 for piece. How many do we have? We almost have enough. So on day 4, if you go down, the first set I suggest buying, you want to buy the sword. The sword, I think you buy the neck. Do we want Furious to have any damage? Because the ring is the #1 priority. We'll go ahead and... That effect ring rolled so badly for you. It rolled like 13 speed for me. So, do we buy this? I think we buy the ring and then the 3 left side pieces. I think we buy ring and left side pieces for Furious. 2160, we do have enough? We do have enough. Okay, so so whenever we get to the point where we're starting to get our Wyvern team set up, we are going to go ahead and we are going to make our first Conquest point purchase. So with Conquest points, you should not have spent any Conquest points up to this time. I've only burned my free flags, so anybody should be to this point, or you'll be to this point very quickly after. So from here, we are not buying the free stamina as a new player. Buying this free stamina puts you way behind on buying the early gear. So we are going to be ignoring the free stamina from this as a new player. If you want to, you can, but it's going to put you behind on buying some of this free gear. And this free gear is going to be a huge boost to your account at the beginning. I wouldn't start buying the stamina until after probably the first month of playing. What do you guys think on that? I personally would not buy this until 1 month of playing and buy only gear. Save all of this and only spend it on gear. That's my opinion on that. Maybe after day like 10, you could transition into buying this. We either do a day 10 or we just don't buy it at all for the first 20 days. After day 20, I would say buying this is good. Because by day 20, we're farming Wyvern, we're doing everything. But at the beginning, I think it's best not to spend any on this. Yeah, I like the boot. Well, the boot we're not going to buy because we want speed. As much speed as we can get. Do we? Hold on. We could buy the boot. Let's buy the boot, actually. The boot's usually the first thing I buy from this. But I guess Furious having some attack isn't a bad thing. I was just thinking speed main stat boot on Furious. But yeah, let's go ahead. We buy this. We'll buy the boot. So we're going to end up buying all of this anyway. Because this is just good value. So we'll buy the boot. And then we'll buy the sword and the chest. So yeah, let's buy the sword, and then we'll buy the chest. It doesn't really matter too much as to the 4 pieces you buy from this, but we just need 4-piece speed set for Furious. So once you do this, there is one more option you do, but yo, the Sangar, thank you for using your prime here. I think you're the first prime of the day, actually. First prime of the month. Okay. Where is that? Okay. Cheers, thank you. Okay, so once you have the 4-piece speed set, one other option, this is one thing that the Epic 7 official Discord suggests doing that I do not like, is taking your 78 piece and getting effectiveness. They suggest doing this. I don't like that, personally. Because leveling up this feels terrible. And you end up wasting a lot of resources. Because you're leveling this up, hell nah, yeah. They say this is the guide for them. This is how they do Wyvern in the official Epic 7 Discord. Attack, crit damage priority, exactly. But this is how they do Wyvern in there. And this will clear Wyvern for you, but it's super inefficient. And I do not like suggesting it to players. I'd rather you have all of your early game right side charms spent on something that's actually going to do value for you. So I'm not going to suggest doing that, but that is an option and it will work, but right side charms are just too important to waste on pieces that are going to get thrown away later. So on this, like there's infinite better things we could do. So let's go ahead and we're going to put our Furious on the speed set now. So by putting him on speed set, we need to make sure both him and Alexa are faster. If you're using Mui, you can build on a little bit different build, but this is what we're going to be doing for this. The last set pieces don't really matter here for him. He will have the effectiveness from the ring alone, so the other pieces, you can do any combination of anything such as this. Like this would work for now, but don't level this up. You're going to end up switching the helmet and the thing later, so we'll just go ahead and put this on him just so he has gear. And then for artifact, all of our damage dealers for this are going to be on Daydream Joker. Because if you have Song of Stars, you can put it on, but it's very unlikely to have Song of Stars at this point. So then Alexa is going to go ahead and put her on this. If you started now, you'd have speed set neck up. I know, but I don't want to cover that in the guide because I don't want people to feel bad that they don't have it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put the other Daydream Joker here. And we're going to go level up our Daydream Jokers. So our Daydream Jokers, we want 3 different locked Daydream Jokers. This is the 3rd locked one. But Drock, thank you for subbing as well. I really, our sub's discounted. So Drock, was your sub discounted? Alright, so we want 3 different Daydream Jokers for the beginning. So we want to make sure we save 3 different copies. You do not need to max level your Daydream Jokers. Put them all just leveled up a little bit. And that is all you need to do for it. So level them each up to like +10, and then take your one of them and level them up higher. They are discounted. Okay, so the whole month of December subs are supposed to be discounted. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna take our main Daydream Joker. We're gonna have 1 Daydream Joker that's way higher. Off topic, I see arena's capped. Don't new players get bonus conquest points? Well, my arena's capped, but I'm doing... So yes, my arena's capped, but we are out of flags. So I spend all of my things climbing at first. And then once I get to a point where I get kind of stuck climbing, then I'll spend some to clear this. But I prefer clearing this before doing NPC challenges. On what should a new account craft in Athena? Either speed set, main set, boots, an attack percent ring. But currently I wouldn't say attack percent ring because you get a free one. From getting to World Arena, you get a free super good one. So either crit damage speed set neck or speed set main stat speed boots with damage. So we'll mess with that in a second. But let me claim this. We need to farm more runes, so let's get the rune farming going again. For some reason it quit earlier. Oh wait, no, it's only, never mind, it didn't quit. I only have 5 runs that it does. That's why it quit. All right. I am using a rune pet, so I can only do 5 at a time. Okay, so now that we covered all that, we're going to take... This won't be part of the guide, so most new players that start, you're not going to have this option, but I'm going to go into this and just show it. So, as a new player, I think the best thing you could possibly do is speed main stat boot. This is a piece that will last you forever on your account. So then you do speed main stat, and then, like, this piece already would be... Like, if you got this boot from Wyvern drop, you'd be so happy. But we'll just refresh a little bit. Basically the first thing that looks really good, whether it's like even a piece like this, I would say go offensive for it. It's like you could do a like Soul Weaver boot even from this with defense, HP, effect res, but then you have 1 dead stat possibility. So like this right here, holy shit. This is the best thing you can get as a new player. This piece will last you forever. Even if it goes all flat attack, this piece is gonna last you forever. It's so close to max. So, how many guide dude you beast? Good job, thank you. This guide series I'm gonna try to squeeze down into 15, and then this should be. I shouldn't have to make a new guide through all of 24. 2024. Hopefully, I don't have to do anything. I just have the guide done. It's up. It's the best guide you can follow, and it's what everyone suggests everyone to go to, and we're done. That way, everyone getting into Epic 7 has a perfect thing to follow, and hopefully Epic 7 grows dramatically next year. That's the hope here. And hopefully this guide series wins the Epic 7 video competition so that my guide is in the game. There's a chance that this guide, the first episode at least, will be in the game. That would be huge. If new players who open the game had something to go click on and had a day by day, part by part, what to work on, full thing. And before Smoggy changes something again, they better not. If they do, I don't mind doing this guide series like once every 3 or 6 months, preferably 6 months, but I don't want to have to do this every couple. Well, I guess it's been 3 months since I did the last one. Please, if that happens, will the official Discord literally die? I know. Imagine having my guide in the game. It feels so good, but there's a chance it'll happen. So when I release this first episode of the guide later today, I need all the support I can get. If you guys could leave a comment on it, letting people know like your experience with the last guide, liking the video, watching the video, or like letting it play through because you guys don't care about watching it. But I need the video to do as good as possible because that's going to raise my chances to win. Because if my video is popping off and someone else's video wins, then we know it's rigged and we are striking. But it's not actually rigged. They're looking for all sorts of different things. But all right, so now that is the piece you would take though. So technically I could take that piece right now, but we're not going to for sake of the guide. I will end up taking that piece and just have it on the account. But is Solitary still a good choice of Headhunt? Yeah, Solitary is still really good. Haven't seen other use her that much. She is one of the best 4th, 5th pick characters in the game. Solitary is still insane. All right, so we need to... You guys love the train song. Okay, so we need to do Furious now. Let's go ahead and awaken him. And we need to get some catalyst. So it means I'm probably going to have to stop and do, and that's a huge farm for AP. So what all could we do for the rest of day 3 before we cut it off? And then I go and crazy AP farm. So day 3, we could technically finish adventuring. But I think I'm going to do a second stream later for all of this because I kind of want to play my main account a little bit on stream this morning. Because the month just reset, so there's a couple things I can do on there. It could be fun. Did I miss a giveaway for the sponsor? No, I do need to do the giveaway for the sponsor. We're going to do that real quick. So actually, I had a sponsor last month. Let me pick the winner for the giveaway. Random number generator. There were 124 entries for it. I'm giving away 2 $50 gift cards. We only hit 96, but there were 124 people that downloaded it. Just some of them didn't count, but we hit 96 total for it. So let me go in and okay, so the thing will be between 100 and 120, no, 126 entries. So let me pull up the camera, and it is based off the order at which you typed in Discord. Okay. It's based off the order at which you typed in the giveaway thing in Discord. So I'm going to take these 2 numbers, I'm going to type them in, and we're going to go and see who won it after. It's going to take me too long to count through to see who was the winner. But these 2 numbers will be the winner. So you can go check if you won or not. All right, so let me do display capture. So we have random number generator right here. So between 1 and 126. We're going to hit it 2 times, and whoever gets it, gets it. So it is number 93. And number 118. So those are the 2 winners, number 93 and 118. So I'm going to type that in Discord. Number 93 and number 118. So those are the 2 winners for there. There you go. Those will be the winners. I'll go and contact them after stream. I'll make an announcement as to who won in the Discord, who the winners were. Thank you for reminding me. I want to do that while we were live today. Okay, let me start this farm again. I think since I'm just going to be farming for the rest of the day on this, do we want to clear? Do we want to clear chapter 3 on day 3? I think we can. But leveling up the gear is going to be hard, and I think beating Faustus without level gear is going to be too hard. So I think day 4... Day 3 is setting up our Wyvern team this time. Day 4 is beating Strays. Day 5 is clearing Wyvern, starting next hunt event. I like that. So we're going to wait till day 4 to fully clear, but the end of day 3 is just heavy farming Unrecorded history. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours? So I'm going to go back live later, though, and do more of day 3. I'm going to keep streaming, though, but I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my main account. Hold on. Let me make sure this is what I want to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to the main account. So those of you guys on YouTube, that is going to be it for this. We completed a ton of different stuff. What's my second YouTube channel? It's called Deity Rerolled. I'll type it in chat. If you look this up on YouTube, you should find it. Okay, so I'm going to... who was on the Wyvern team? This is the Wyvern team that we're going to be using. Right here. So I just need to level up a bunch of stuff. We got our gear sets. I'll have to move gear around once we actually go to clear Wyvern, but we have to farm a little bit of runes, and I have to go heavy farm Unrecorded history. So I ended getting the returning player speed set because I made my account on time. See, that's big. That'll help you a lot. You could just use that set on Alexa for the damage pieces, like use the boot, chest, I don't know about it. It only, the problem is it only gives 3 like damage dealer pieces and 3 support pieces. So, would you recommend DDO over Sea Lilies? No, Sea Lilies is still. But yeah, this will be the Wyvern team for it. We Grace of Growth at our front tank. This time instead of Grace of Growth and Cigarette, because we're going to be using Cigarette for a one-shot later. You pulled Mui yesterday, that's big. I don't have Mui. So if you have Mui, you switch it for Alexa. So we're doing the hard mode first Wyvern clear, which is good for the guide in case anyone who's playing didn't pull Mui by this point. But okay, that's going to be it for that account. So those of you guys over on YouTube, I'm going to be ending the stream there though, because I don't want to play RTA or anything that isn't the main account stuff. So if any of you guys want to come over to Twitch still, I will link you my Twitch. I'll link you my Twitch channel. If you're willing to come over and see if you have a Twitch Prime sub, I'd greatly appreciate it. But this way, if you have more questions, you'll have to ask over here. But I need to keep the new player guide streams on YouTube kind of cleaned up. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this and pull up this. Okay, but I'm ending the YouTube live stream now. I will see you all here over on Twitch if you're willing to come out. Okay, my audio's bugging. Start this. And let me end the YouTube live stream.